What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Shout out to the LDBC, back with the boxing clinic, of course. And quite some time ago, I was having a nice little debate, and it just popped in my mind. You know, I was debating damn near a whole KOTR boxing group about this, and there's a lot of dudes from the Midwest and Ohio area. Very favoritism towards Robert Easter Jr. and Adrien Broner. I understand. And Tyler McCary. The nice, I think he 126-pounder coming up from Toledo, Ohio. Got a lot of skill as well. So shout out to that whole boxing group. I was debating a lot of those guys on there, and it seems like they believe Adrien Broner will whoop Danny Garcia. And it just popped in my head. I was like, shit, I could just do a video on the real talk while it's on my mental, and I'm stationary. So I like to know what a lot of people out there think. You know, so comment, say what you want to say. Just don't get disrespectful, because I'm a fire back. But from my point of view, man, I always thought that Danny was just blow Adrien out the water. If Adrien Broner had the Lamont Peterson type of Mauricio Harris type of movement with his feet, then I think it'll be a better fight. I just think Danny's just a whole different caliber of fighter, even at 147. Understand that he had the tough fight with Robert Guerrero, and he ended up winning the second half of that fight and taking that victory. And Robert Guerrero wasn't at his best, but he started off pretty good. Floyd thought Robert Guerrero had won, but I don't really give a fuck about what he think. That motherfucker biased anyway. I just like Danny Garcia. In the fight, I think he's just a better fighter from top to bottom. I think his feet is even better than Adrien Broner. I think he punches harder than Adrien Broner. I think he's a better counter puncher than Adrien Broner. I think he's a better quality of fighter. Now, everybody gets caught up with Adrien Broner with being a good athlete, a good twitchy athlete, quick hands, solid punching power at junior welterweight and welterweight. And every time you talk about Adrien Broner, everybody talk about him being focused. It's like saying prime Roy Jones and prime Mike Tyson. Adrien Broner is now getting into that realm of fucking talk as far as being focused Adrien Broner. If you have to get focused for a sport where your life could be on the line at any given second inside that square circle, then it's an issue. He talks a lot. He's a fast talker. He talks a lot of shit. And one thing I gotta say about him, for the most part, he don't run away from a battle. You can't say that about Danny Garcia, who's known as the cherry picker now. But he did get in the ring with Keith Thurman, and Earl Spence is calling him out. We've been putting him on blast about that. Shout out to Ashley's Corner as well. She's been blasting him as well about that. And a lot of other people. He hasn't been calling the bell. I guess if you don't say nothing, act like you don't hear nothing, you ain't got to say nothing. You ain't nothing going to happen. Same thing with Golovkin. People talk shit about Golovkin. I fight Golovkin. As soon as it's time to come down and sign the contract, aka Ebanks Jr. and a couple others, it ain't no words being said. It's all talk till it's time to sign the contract. As soon as Golovkin was signed to fight somebody, then the guy come back and start talking all shit. Oh, we wanted to fight. Same thing as far as with Errol Spence now. He's getting in that realm as well. But other than that, I think Danny would destroy Adrien Broner. I think if Adrien Broner loses his fight to Mikey Garcia, and then you're going to hear Adrien Broner say, I couldn't make the weight no more. I was weight drained, had a hard time making weight. I wasn't, the weight killed me. That's going to be the excuse. And I think it's a crossroad fight between Danny Garcia and Adrien Broner at 147. I think the loser, legitimately becomes if Adrien Broner loses that fight, he legitimately becomes a stepping stone in Andre Berto's status. If Danny loses, I don't know. But I know Danny done well with his money. He's invested, took his family out of poverty, got some businesses, a boxing gym. So he's fine. And I told people, I think his personality now, with him not wanting to fight the best, and fight anybody on his way up, he doesn't have that personality, that hunger anymore. I think he got 1 foot in the game, 1 foot in the door. In the game, 1 foot out the game right now. And I think an Adrien Broner fight would be a nice cash-out fight for him. I think it'd be a nice cash-out fight for Adrien Broner. But I just think Danny Garcia is the better caliber of fighter. Up and down. I think he's a better fighter in every category. He punches harder. He's a better counter puncher, got better feet, got a better jaw. Never been down, better body puncher. When he throws to the body, Broner's a good body puncher as well. You can make that debate. But as far as Adrien Broner, he don't have no feet. He can't box. His base is too wide. He can't punch as hard as he did at 147. He got quick hands, but he doesn't move his hands often enough. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think, you know, win, lose, or draw with Adrien Broner and Danny Garcia next fight? We say 2018, late 2018 or early 2019, potential, you know, crossroads fight for both of these guys, depending on where their career go from there. You know, who do you guys got winning? Do you got the dude from Cincinnati, Ohio, or Danny Garcia from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? Now, the first picture I showed with them, you know, facing off was made by PBC, so they have some plans eventually putting them in the ring together. We know that, and I think it's coming sooner or later, especially if Adrien Broner loses this next fight, a tune-up fight. I think he gets one last opportunity in the PBC graces and Al Heyman's graces and the fans' graces. At 147, he can sell that he was weight drained versus Mikey Garcia, or if he wins and then goes on and loses somehow or just turns to Danny Garcia, I think this is the fight that is going to happen. We gone.